everybody. Welcome to Saint Misbehavin', the podcast about saints from people who are not. I am your host, Matthew Shadorn, and I am joined, as always, by my co-host slash research drone, Anna Domini. Anna, how are you doing today?
I'm a drone now. That's even more dehumanizing.
I just like to think of you as a little worker bee toiling away in the research mines as bees do.
That's pretty much me.
Yeah.
So you nailed it there.
That's a compliment because what I'm basically saying is you look good in stripes.
Everyone looks good in stripes. They're like the most flattering pattern.
Well, good for you. Can't hurt.
You're saying I'm very generic.
I would never say that. You're one of a kind. You're irreplaceable. And believe me,
like
I've
a
tried.
drone bee. Oh, wow. I just walked into that one. It was like a honey trap. Oh!
No.
That was quick. No,
Anyways,
I think that was quick.
But yes, how are you today, Anna?
I'm good. I am quite tired because I recently moved house. Although I don't have as much of a cause to be super tired as you.
Yes, because
we've jumped forward in time quite a bit since we last recorded.
We have not recorded, I think, since January.
But it's going to be a super slick, smooth transition that no one will even notice.
Nobody will even notice, yeah.
Going straight on.
So maybe my voice sounds really tired now. 2 episodes back to back.
You're a husk of the man you were before.
I was going to, yeah. So, normally we start out by asking if we've experienced anything. If we've done anything particularly saintly or if experienced anything particularly miraculous. And I have experienced the miracle of birth because I had a little baby boy. And so, now we have a little baby and it's exciting.
It is an exciting time.
Yeah.
And I love that you experienced the miracle, like taking credit for...
I experienced it. No, she lived it, but I experienced it. I don't know. I didn't, I was there. I experienced it in much the same way that, one experiences at the small world at Disney World as a passive observer. Just kind of going along for the ride, and at the end you get a little baby.
It's a good souvenir.
Yeah, it's a fun souvenir. It's better than it doesn't cost as much as the souvenir photos you get at the amusement park of you going down.
Oh, just you wait. So for the purposes of the podcast, how is your son Genevieve doing?
Well, we didn't land on Genevieve, unfortunately. We ended up calling him Tavish in honor of my wife's Scottish heritage and, our inability to pick a regular boy's name, I guess.
We should definitely look up if there's a Saint Tavish at one point.
We should, we should find Tavish. But yeah, he's he's good. He's 6 weeks old this week. He's fussy, but he's growing. He's growing quite a bit. So he's keeping us up at night and during the day as well. But
it's what they do. See, a souvenir photo wouldn't do that.
No, I wouldn't. But I always look bad in photos, so hopefully I look better in a baby. That sounded weird. Hopefully it looks
better.
My
God, that sounded really weird. Definitely cut that.
Stupid. Yeah, we're gonna cut that out.
But if you have a baby in your photos, no one notices how bad you look because they just like looking at
they just like the baby.
So
yeah, nobody's looking at you.
Great.
So it's very distracting. So I can keep going back to having terrible photos as long as I just put a baby right in front of me.
And also it kind of explains how terrible the photo is as well, because it's like you're not getting any sleep.
Yeah. Well, I thought you meant like just being next to the baby is like, well, of course he looks like shit. He's next to that adorable baby.
That's so true as well.
Why would he not? Anyways,
I find it really weird. I saw when I was in my search for nice presents to welcome the baby, I saw a baby grow that was like, if you think I'm cute, you should see my dad. And it was one of those classic things where it's like, straight people need to calm down. Like, It's literally like, don't write on your baby, my mum is horny for my dad. Like, that's not, like, it's obvious, but it also doesn't need to be said,
Yeah, I think that, those are, those. I don't want that. I do want one that says I'm the reason that Dad drinks, though. I want one of those. I think
that's okay.
Funny. Yeah, that one's funny. That just funny. It's like, alcoholism. But yeah, we were taking out the clothes because you gave us some very adorable dungarees and other bits of clothes, but they're like 6-month clothes.
Yes.
I believe. And we were taking them out because even though he's a month and a half, it's like we're gonna need these very soon. because he outgrew the newborn stuff very fast.
Wow.
And he's on the 0 to 3 months, which when we first brought him home, like I put a 0 to 3 months because I was like, he is 0 to 3 months. Right. And so, and he was absolutely swimming in it. And now it's just like, he's just so big now. So I say big, he's like 13 pounds. I don't know. It's nothing.
Which is like the size that Tara's first one was born at.
Oh yeah. He probably, she had a baby. I mean, he was 9 pounds, 4 ounces at birth. And then, and we were like, well, they probably can't get much bigger than that. And then like multiple other people, I think that same day, Alice found out had babies bigger than that.
Wow.
It was like, okay, well, and those women are dead now, I guess, because
oh God.
Tavish was not anxious to be born.
Oh.
But again, it was a blessed miracle.
It was a blessed day. It was a Saturday, wasn't it?
It was a Saturday,
so not quite the most blessed day, but
no. Well, it depends on your faith.
Yeah,
right.
That's true.
So, and it was actually a Friday and a Saturday. It was Friday when it started, and Saturday when it ended. I was expecting it to not last as long as it did, but we ended up being there for like.
Which is the opposite of how it was made. Oh.
Hey, okay. Well, anyways, since you want to shit on the beauty of life, why don't we just move on?
Okay.
So, Anna, today is March 28th.
It is.
Who is today's saint?
So today's saint is actually not a saint, but a beatified person.
Okay. Well, I've already betrayed the premise of our podcast.
Blessed Jeanne-Marie of Maille, or in her mother tongue, Francais, Blessed Jeanne-Marie de Maille. So Jane Mary, basically.
Are you saying de Maille?
Like the place that she's from, Maille, which is Maille. So in France, the double L is like a Y sound. And then
Maille.
Yeah.
Maille.
Jeanne-Marie de Maille, maybe. I don't know.
Okay. Very good.
It'll come up a bunch of times. So.
Okay. Wait, so she's not a saint?
She's not. She's just a blessed. But she has lots of patronages and did some miracles. So I think it's just a classic case of
the patriarchy,
the gender pay gap. Yeah. It exists. Who knew that sexism exists even in Catholicism?
Wait, you think there's sexism in an organization that doesn't leave any leadership roles for women? That's insane.
That's impossible.
That has made the structure of it such that it is impossible for women to be leaders.
Yeah, there is a stained glass ceiling, I think.
Yeah, in that you can't even see what's up there. You're just like, I don't know. If you're a woman, you're like, I can't get through it and I can't see past it. That's sad. So what is a blessed person?
I think it's just a maybe. I should have looked this up, but
like,
it might be like a holy person who just hasn't done as much.
There's like a process for becoming a saint.
Yes, so she's beatified but not canonized, I think.
Yeah, okay, so that was what I was going to ask. Yeah, so she's in the process of being a saint. So it's like
maybe. I mean, it would be a very long process because she died in the year 1414.
Oh. So it's been a while. So she's been on the she's been
it's a very long waiting list, yeah.
Yeah, she's been simmering for a while, just kind of waiting.
Every couple of years it comes up and she's like, is it my turn yet? And they're like, not today, Jane.
This is like the Baseball Hall of Fame where you're just like, oh, maybe this will be my year I get in. She's really much. This is about to be a meaningless metaphor for you. I think it started out as a pretty meaningless metaphor. Yeah, it is already,
yeah.
But she is very much the Pete Rose of saints, it sounds like, where it's just like every year it's like, maybe this year. And it's like, no, not this year, Pete.
Totally, yeah.
Yeah. She's like, of course, that's exactly, yes, that metaphor about Cooperstown is definitely valid.
I mean, in England, it might be more analogous, I'd say, to Prince Charles. Like,
yes, okay,
every time the Queen catches a cold or anything, he's like, maybe this time.
That's when I heard about COVID like a year ago.
Your first thought
was Prince Charles, and be like, this might be his
time.
year. And then he got COVID at one point early on. And I was like, oh, I bet he got that on purpose. And then he licked every surface in Buckingham Palace. It just, but maybe next year will be
his chances wouldn't have been much better because, like, he's still quite old.
He is, yeah. That's the thing is like.
But when you drink the blood of the innocent, they've got a better lifespan than the rest of us.
Yes, that adrenochrome that all the rich people are. We don't believe in that, by the way. I don't want people to think. Anyways, but the royals, they never did anything wrong, right?
Oh, God. That is not the official stance of this podcast.
I am mostly focused on saints. I haven't really looked into the royal family of England.
There's a lot of wrong uns among the saints too, to be fair.
That's true. It's true, yeah.
So I chose Jane because even though she isn't a saint, she was more of a saint than Saint Guntram, whose day is also today. Who was just a king. I
love Saint Guntram, though.
You do not. He had 3 sex slaves.
I do. Okay. Why did you not tell me that before I said I love Saint Guntram?
Well, I thought I should teach you a lesson about not adopting fandoms too quickly, and I think we've taught that very effectively here.
Yes, I feel like I shouldn't have based my affection solely
just
on his goofy name. Yeah, I should really have learned more about him as a person. I apologize for my earlier endorsement of Saint Guntram.
It's a good learning moment here, I think.
It was, yes.
A teachable moment, as they say.
Yeah. So at least it was like, well, I'm a huge fan of human trafficking. So you know what?
Oh.
No, I'm not. But you know who is? The British royal family.
The Queen. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah. So who is this guy? Saint Jane.
Yeah, not a guy.
Not a guy. Who's this? Who is this lady? It's Saint Jane, is it? Or not Saint Jane? She's not
Blessed Jeanne-Marie, or Jeanne-Marie.
Jeanne-Marie.
So she was the daughter of a wealthy baron, classic saint background.
Right, okay.
Born in a chateau in Saint Quentin in France on the 14th of April, 1331. She was the youngest child of the Baron Haldwin the First.
I believe in you.
And her mother was Alduin.
That sounds like French Halloween. I dress up like a pirate for Halloween.
Oh my God. Yep, that was him.
Yep.
So that's Hardouin. Alduin.
Okay. So this is his youngest child.
Is this what this episode is about now? We're just making up what happens in France on Halloween. Yes. / Alduin.
Oh, trick or treat. Oh, here is a small baguette for you, my child.
Oh no.
Don't go to that house. They only give out croissants.
Surely escargot, if you're going to be stereotypical.
I feel like the best houses give out Madelines. Anyways.
And that's exhausted your knowledge of French patisserie.
Yeah, I don't know.
The best French.
No, it's like, hey, we should go to that house. They give out a whole croque monsieur.
Oh my God.
Oh, wait, no. What's the thing? What's that insane pastry tower that the French make?
Croque en bouche. Not croque monsieur. It's just a ham and cheese sandwich.
It's a ham and cheese sandwich. I know. That's what I was trying to think. It's like the croque en bouche. Yes. Yeah. They give a whole... So, like, that would be great.
That would be amazing if that was French Halloween.
Yeah, that's one. But no, I think it's like everybody. So French Halloween. Here's my image of.
What
French
if they make the croque en bouche look scary? So like cover it in a sheet so it looks like a ghost.
Yeah.
Or possibly someone in a KKK hat. Never mind. Let's move on.
But wait, I mean, do you have trick-or-treating in this country?
Yeah.
Okay. See, in America, there's like, everybody gives out little mini candy bars. And there's always one house in the neighborhood who's like just trying to be a real, just swinging dick asshole and is going to give you out like whole full-size candy bars.
Right. Sometimes it will go the other way though. And like, they'll be like, I believe in non-refined sugar, so have some of this like fruit or whatever.
Yeah, here's a box of raisins.
Yeah.
I enjoy the box of raisins. Raisins are basically
it's a palate cleanser from all the chocolate, I guess.
It is. But like I think in France it's like everybody's giving out handcrafted pastries. And then one guy's like, here's a croque en bouche.
There's a whole croque en bouche for every single child.
Every child who shows up, he gets a whole croque en bouche. Anyways, but this was a weird tangent. So the Barons,
yeah.
Youngest daughter.
Her two elder siblings were Alduin II and Isabeau, which I guess may be the boy version of Isabel.
Oh.
I don't know.
Yeah, because
Isabel's quite a French name.
Yeah. Because Belle's anyways, yeah.
So yeah, Belle means like beautiful.
Beautiful. Does Beau mean boy?
And Beau means like handsome, I think, or beautiful in the masculine. So
yeah.
Yeah.
And
I know a
Isa
tiny bit more about
a...
French than I do about German, but not much.
All right, that's fine.
I don't have as good a French word as Fledermaus in German.
That's fine.
So.
You knew Krakenbush. That's impressive.
Oh, that's true. So where have we got to? It's going to be a long day.
Her sisters or her brothers.
Or brothers, siblings. So
Siblings.
we don't have to be gender binary about this, Matthew.
Fine.
Although I'm guessing Alduin II was a boy because the firstborn son named after his dad. Yeah, so the dad was Alduin I and the mum was Jeanne de Montbazon. So Jane. So they're very unoriginal in naming their kids.
I guess so.
Apart from Isabeau. Don't know. But maybe that was the milkman's name. And,
yeah.
Yeah. Go on, you had a thought there.
No, is Isabeau a name that's lasted? Because Isabel, people are named Isabel, but I've never come across Isabel.
Maybe in France there are more Isabeaus.
Maybe. If you're named Isabeau, write in at saintmissbehavin@gmail.com. There's no G in behavin, but there is a G in Gmail. All right, so.
I mean, I feel like that's, among our 30 listeners, the chances of one of them being in France are quite slim already.
I don't know. We had one in Italy, which I assume was the Pope. So
it was definitely an intern in the Pope's office whose job is you have to listen to every podcast that has any mention of religion.
Yeah, and they're like, we don't need to worry about this one. Is this going to cut in on our tithing? And it's like, no, they're. We do have a Patreon though. If folks want to give money. So she's born.
Say it louder. Yeah, she's born. There wasn't anything particularly miraculous about her birth.
I think every birth is a miracle. Now that I've experienced it myself.
Okay, I'm sorry. Yes, she was born, and that was her first miracle that she did.
Actually, the longer that Alice is pregnant.
Oh my God, you're going to be like a student who's been on a gap year. Like, now I'm a father. Well, speaking as a father.
No, I was not going to do that at all. I was actually going to say, the longer that Alice was pregnant, and the more I experienced the pregnancy close up, and then the birth, the less I believe that.
In God.
Well, yes. Yeah, I do not. No, the less I believe that everybody I see is an actual human being. And I imagine that most people are robots now, because it's hard to believe that everybody I've met was once a child and had, like, somebody went through the trouble to, like, hold on to them in their stomach for 9 months, and then the trouble of giving birth to them and raising them. And I'm like, no, most of these people are probably just made in a factory, because otherwise it makes zero sense. It's like, you put all that work in and this is what we got out. No. So I'm thinking that actually very few people are actually born, and that the vast majority of people are, in fact, some kind of like robot simulacra. So.
Okay. Well, you heard it.
And
here
that's
first.
my other podcast.
Ain't misexisting. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Anyway, so yes. Okay. Jean's first miracle was the miracle of birth.
Yeah, we did that.
I'm just trying to get us back on track.
I know.
From her earliest youth, apparently, she held or possessed a tender devotion and love for the Blessed Virgin Mary. So she was given the additional name when she got confirmed of Marie. So that's how she became Jeanne-Marie.
She was
Mary
just born
superfan. Jeanne. Yeah. Loved Mary to the point of deciding that she was going to be a virgin forever.
Okay.
So yeah, that's how you prove that you're a Mary fan.
I guess. Okay. I mean, it feels like you can still be a fan.
No, it's like now when people have like Ramones t-shirts and they don't even own an album. That's how the Virgin Mary views you if you claim to be a fan, but then
Right.
have sex.
Right. Okay.
It's the same thing.
So yeah, so like people were coming up to her and being like, "Oh, you're a big fan of Virgin Mary. Name 3 of her miracles."
It's more like, oh yeah, you think you're a fan of the Virgin Mary? Name 3 people you haven't had sex with.
Yeah.
That kind of
exactly. I don't know. I mean, it's like you could still be a fan of a band and not love all their albums. I mean, you could be a fan of the Virgin Mary and not have to like, I don't know, not say a
not
virgin.
have to not have sex, or alternatively not have to pretend that your child that you had out of wedlock was actually from God.
Exactly. Yeah.
Bit controversial there, I know, but
I don't know. I don't want to. Some people don't have sex. I should say, maybe she was like ace icon.
Yeah.
So
Maybe.
she's just early asexual individual, and she's like, oh, I'm gonna stay a virgin because I love Mary.
yeah, that's a possibility.
Because I think that, like, I mean, there's still no. I've had several asexual friends, and there is like limited understanding or kind of acceptance of that kind of life.
Yes. Although, as our friend Sarah points out, it's never been banned.
Yeah, that's a good point. Sarah Mann, very funny comedian. Yes, she says like it's weird to be at like LGBTQ events because like nobody's ever banned not having sex with other people. And yeah, it's funnier when she says.
Should that be the name of the podcast? Oh dear.
Anyways.
So yeah, when she was growing up, she met a Franciscan monk who was the chaplain of the chateau that she lived in, and he inspired her to want to attain perfection, which she did through self-denial. So presumably that means, as a virgin, she also didn't press the devil's doorbell. As we call it here at St. Misbehavin'.
Yeah.
Mortification, I don't know the details of that. Prayer.
Isn't that generally like the self-flagellation kind of thing?
Maybe. I don't know. There's not much detail on that. What that consisted of in this case.
She was just deeply embarrassed.
Yeah. Well, she was a teenager, right? So.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, Dad, come on. Nobody wants to hear your stupid jokes. Get out.
Give me that croquembouche and leave.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to eat the whole thing. Shut up. Look, I don't have sex. I need to eat this whole croquembouche.
So mortification, prayer, and works of charity towards her neighbour. Just one neighbour.
Just her neighbour.
Yeah.
Everybody else can fuck right off.
chateau
Just like
next
Gary, who
door
lives next
will
door,
help.
though, he
Yeah.
can have whatever he wants.
As long as it's not sex.
As long as it's like, I'm mowing his lawn, I'm raking his leaves, I pick up his mail when he's on vacation, whatever he needs. I'm there for Gary. Everybody else, get in the back of the fucking line.
That's why she was only a blessed and not a saint.
Yeah.
It was all limited to.
She was really
Gary.
saintly towards a guy.
Pretty much. But when she was scarcely 15 years old, her dad died.
No.
R.I.P. Alduin. And that was, the end of croquembouche at the chateau.
The croquembouche was flown at half mast today.
Oh, that's terrible. Yeah, so...
By the way, anybody who doesn't know what a croquembouche is, just Google it. It's a crazy pile of pastries that the French make and then serve to people. It's very funny to look at. Anyways.
It is good. That should be, I don't know, our emblem. So, yes, her father died. They had a funeral spread at the wake. They just had croquembouche and croque monsieur, and those are the only foods there. No, I made that up. So her dad died when she was 15, and she was placed under the guardianship of her grandfather, who himself was already quite old.
One would imagine, yeah.
So having had this 15-year-old placed in his care, he was like, well, I'm going to die soon. So he believed it was his duty.
I think maybe like he put him in the care. It's like, oh, I'm going to die. I'm just going to go ahead and die now. I'm done.
Well, he was basically anxious that, he'd been put in charge, but he wasn't going to be around himself for very long. And therefore, He thought it was his duty to ensure that Jane would be settled in life as soon as possible, i.e. he had to find her a husband. Now, remember that Jane has decided she wants to be a virgin for life. So this is not going to go well. So her grandfather, I don't know his name. It wasn't Alduin, presumably, because her dad was the first. But
right.
He chose for her husband Baron Robert of Scilly. That is spelled silly.
Wait, is it spelled like silly?
Yeah.
Oh. It's like, it's me, Baron Robin of Silly. Oh my God. My pants are full of trout. Who wants a balloon animal?
Yeah, that was him. The very same. He was apparently noble by birth and by virtue. So, noble character.
A nice guy. Well, that's very nice.
Yeah, he was a nice guy. So they got married, and on the evening of their wedding day, so presumably in the middle of like the not awake. What's the one with weddings?
Wedding?
Reception.
Reception. Oh, okay.
The wedding wake, you know.
What's that thing where people, it's like a wedding. A wedding? The reception, okay.
Yeah. So during the reception, the grandfather died suddenly.
Well,
which was
good
like,
timing.
Yeah, really good timing. It showed that his decision was actually sensible.
Actually, it's kind of poor timing because that's her day, and he kind of made it all about himself.
Yeah, it's true. So their anniversary is always going to be the anniversary of Grandad's death. And, well, in fact, talk of ruining the day, it made such an impression on the pious husband that he readily yielded to the wish of his young wife to live in chastity. So I think he may have not really known what he was getting into and, like, you know, found out that, oh, yeah, we're getting married. You know, I'm never going to have sex with you. And then the granddad died on the night of the wedding, and he was just like, you know what? That's fine.
You know what? My boner is gone.
Yeah, exactly. Nothing like a death to...
Wait, was before he was like, so we can't get married. My grandfather set this up, but I just want to let you know in advance, I never want to have sex with you. And he's like, okay, not your decision. It's the 15th century.
Yeah, that was probably it.
And then afterwards he was like, you know what? I was wrong.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair play to you. So... the young couple's first concern was to order their household in a Christian fashion, because if you can't have sex, that's the next activity that you do as a newlywed couple, right? No, you're not relating to this.
I mean, I have a household that I've set up, but I also have sex. I don't want to get too graphic about it, but I do have a baby now. So speaking as a father,
it's happened at least once.
Yeah. So speaking as a father, and by father I mean a guy who gets laid. I mean, like when you're setting up a house, so basically they're like, okay, so we need to decorate 2 bedrooms. Got it. Like, yeah. I'd assume they're not going to be sharing a bed. It seems like that's...
Well, presumably they would put like one of them would be in the east wing and one in the west of the chateau. Yeah. So it's probably a chateau because you're not even
like not even like next door to each other. You're like, no, we need to be at opposite ends of this stately manor. Mm-hmm. Otherwise, it's who knows what could happen.
That's
at that point, just get 2 houses.
That's probably why they needed such big houses in those days.
Right. So because nobody wanted to have sex because the shower hadn't been invented yet. And people just
going to the toilet afterwards was just a real faff. So
yeah. No, I'm just like, you know, everybody smells bad. Nobody wants to be near anybody's body.
Well, yeah, but if everyone smells bad, then that kind of levels the playing field, doesn't it?
If everyone smells bad, does no one smell bad?
Exactly. Which is very much the rule in your household, I'm guessing, at this point.
We're, you know, yeah, it is. Yeah.
So, I didn't push it, but you got there yourself. It's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. You're right. You can smell it through the Zoom.
Yeah.
But so they set up a household. Mm-hmm. He has a big old chateau.
Yeah.
The Baron of Scilly. Mm-hmm. I imagine it's painted with polka dots. He has a big old chateau. They set up the household. What happens next?
You think you're ringing the doorbell and just a bucket of water gets open. Like,
yeah. Or just like you ring the doorbell and it makes a fart noise, you know.
Yeah, the Chateau de Scilly is set up as in a Christian fashion. So only virtuous and God-fearing persons were admitted as servants, which would violate modern recruitment discrimination laws for sure.
You cannot hire people based on religion, right?
Where did sexual come from?
I don't know. I got sex on the brain now. It's just like you're like they're not having sex.
Yeah.
Well, wait. So were they like, all right?
Like that,
also,
yeah, the classic Freudian thing of like don't mention their big nose.
Yeah, yeah. But so here's the thing: is like when they're hiring people, are they like, well, you can't have sex either? But it's like we just
if I can't have sex, no one can. That's yeah. That's the rule.
Also, put on these floppy shoes. This is a silly manner.
This is a silly but very devoutly Christian house.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they all had to observe. Well, you could make a very good point there, because they all had to observe the commandments of God and the church faithfully. And one could argue that those themselves
are very silly.
are quite silly.
Nope. No, yeah.
Like,
some say you can't be silly and devout, but I point you to this rubber cross.
Or our magician friend from a few episodes ago.
Yes. Please see our episode on Saint.
Was that Don Bosco with the X?
Yeah, it was Saint Don Bosco. Yeah. Please direct yourself to our episode on Saint Don Bosco, magician / priest.
/ producer of eggs.
Yes.
So, yes, everyone in the household had to observe the commandments of God and the church faithfully, and frivolous conversations, cursing and swearing, as well as games of chance were not tolerated, which I feel would be a real bummer. Like, I got a job at the House of Silly, and it's like, you're not allowed any frivolity. So,
boy, that's such a letdown when you're like, wait, I'm going to work at the House of Silly? And then you get there and you're like, oh, what? Like, I can't even have, what was it? Frivolous conversation. What the fuck is frivolous conversation? Just like,
anything
if it doesn't pertain to work, just like,
work,
how about
Jesus.
That weather? What was that?
But then, maybe the punishments would still be silly. So it's like, did you mention the weather? You've got to go and dip your face in that pile of cream over there.
Yeah, it's like, into the dunking booth with you.
Okay, you're better at being silly than me. We've established this.
I can't help it.
Maybe it was like, maybe the Baron got bullied so much for his silliness as a child that he decided that his whole house was going to be really serious.
Yeah. I mean, I think this is like this is like The Boy Named Sue. Do you know the song The Boy Named Sue?
No.
Boy Named Sue. Boy Named Sue is a Johnny Cash song. It's about a man whose dad abandoned his mother, but before he left, he named his son Sue.
Right.
And he's had to like fight all his life because every time he introduces himself as Sue, men laugh at him. And so he's become very mean and very tough. And his whole goal in life is to find his father who abandoned him and kill him. Because for naming him
proportional
Sue.
Reaction. Yeah.
Yeah. My whole point, my thing is like, you could just go by a different name. Because the song makes him out to be a wandering madman. So he just like, it's like, just
well, then maybe he didn't,
else.
maybe that didn't occur to him at that point.
I guess not. But then it turns out that in the end, he finds the father and they have this epic battle. And then,
this epic rap battle.
This epic rap battle. Yeah. It's not a rap song. It's an old country song from Johnny Cash. And then the father's like, well, I named you Sue because I knew I wouldn't be there to help raise you. And I knew you needed to be tough because this world is very tough.
Oh God.
So I gave you this name because I knew you'd need fight or you'd be, or you'd die or whatever. And so he's like,
I can't remember where I heard it recently, but I heard someone have the view that, like, to be nice, everyone needs to be a little bit traumatized. And that's what that pertains to, I think.
I guess. Except for he seemed like he became a mean son of a bitch because he was just like, people call me Sue, which is a girl's name, but it's like, well, it's clearly not a girl's name. It's your name. Shut the fuck up.
A lot of stories wouldn't really be compelling if people in them just acted in a reasonable manner.
That's fair. It's a fun song. But the best part is that the only recording of it is a live recording that Johnny Cash did in Folsom Prison. Yeah. Anyways. But I think that's one of those things where if you name a kid, that's the thing when you think about naming a kid. And I've heard this, I don't know, I've read some theories on it, like you name your kid Winner or something.
Right. And then psychologically, yeah.
Yeah. But if you name your kid Loser, then they're going to want to fight against that name, and they'll be like, I'm no loser. I'm going to, anyways. So that's where it is. He's like, I'm going to fight against this. Everyone thinks I'm silly. Every time I go to one of those Baron conventions or one of the, where the Baron, they're like, oh, here comes Baron Silly. He's going to do something. Oh, he's going to slip on a banana peel or something. They go, oh, he comes Baron Silly. And then he's like, no, I'm actually just, I just want to live my life, man. Come on. And
It's
now
just
he's
like, which is it plays out because your name is Matt and yet you're very shiny. So
oh, wow, that's hurtful.
it was quite quick. I thought.
That was
Never mind.
Yeah. I thought you were going to go in a different direction, and I thought that was quite good. But yeah, so he's fighting against. He's overcorrected, though. I think
Yes.
he's maybe overcorrected
by having such a severe household. But they led by example, apparently. So the master and mistress of the house, Jane and Silly. What's his name? Robert. Rob and Jane. Yeah, apparently they set the best example. And Jane herself was interested in the needs of the people and never sent a needy person away from the door without giving them assistance.
Especially
so she expanded it, beyond her neighbour, presumably. Although who knows how accessible the house was? Maybe it was only Gary who came.
I guess when she moved into Silly Manor, like there was a different neighbor, and she's like, "Well, now I don't even know who to help. I guess I'll just help."
Yeah,
everybody.
just help everyone. That must have been it.
But every day she was like, "I hope Gary's on."
Sorry, I was trying to read ahead and I wasn't listening. Yeah, they seemed like they were on a course to be, happy, prosperous, etc. But in the way this account is phrased, the cross is the real test of all true fidelity towards God, and it was not to be wanting in this house either. And that's how it's introduced the next chapter.
I have no idea what that sentence means.
So, like the cross is often used interchangeably with the idea of sacrifice or death or like being tested.
Oh, I see. I'm on it now.
So basically, they were in a good place, but it wasn't to last. A terrible war broke out between England and France. Classic. And the Baron of Scilly took his vassals to the field in defence of their country. But apparently...
And by my vassals, I mean my regiment of ducks. Come on, boys, let's hit them.
Hey, if you've got 1,000 ducks, was it 1,000 duck-sized horses? I don't know.
It's one horse-sized duck or 100 duck-sized horses.
Right.
Yeah,
so if you've got 1,000 vassal duck-sized vassals or vassal-sized ducks.
I just like to think it was just a bunch of ducks in armor.
Just normal ducks.
Yeah.
That would definitely have impeded them a lot. So not surprisingly, the war was disastrous for France. Who knows if because of the ducks. But
Zoutolor, our troops are too silly.
Oh,
that was the worst French accent I think I've done. Okay.
And there have been a few just in this last half hour. So in the process of fighting in this war, the Baron was mortally wounded and was brought home to the chateau. But soon after he arrived, the English took possession of his house and took him away as a prisoner. So Jane sold all her possessions to raise money for a ransom.
Wait, they took the house, but they didn't. Did she get to keep all her stuff in the house?
Yeah, so basically, in some accounts, he was kidnapped before getting home, and then she raised the ransom. And in others, they took the house and took him away as a prisoner, and it doesn't really say what happened to her at that point. That's very weird. In one account, though, in one account, she paid the ransom and freed him, but then he died quite shortly afterwards. In another account...
What a waste of money.
Right. I paid 3,000 florins for this ransom, and all I got was my dead husband.
Yeah.
In another account, she raised the money, but he fled from his prison before she could send it. So that was also a big waste of time.
Oh, yeah.
I think there's a suggestion that he was injured whilst in captivity as well. And he died. Either way, he died shortly afterwards on the 21st of January, 1353.
And his last words were, "Bury me in tapioca."
May he rest in peace.
Oh,
God. Yes. Well, surely it would be like, may he rest in haricot beans and rise in, I don't know, because may he rest in peace and rise in glory, right? So I was trying to find a silly phrase, but I'm not as good at it as you, so I should just leave that to you. No, nothing. Okay.
He rested peas and he
rised
in gravy.
Oh, that was really good. I'm sorry I interrupted there.
That's all right. I'll cut out your audio.
Fair enough.
So...
Silenced again. Cool. So, and then what happens next is, again, unclear in terms of, like, there are, differing accounts of what happened next. So, in one account, Jane became a nurse to help the ill and the poor and lost all she had because her parents-in-law blamed her for her husband squandering his fortune on charity. And so they cut ties with her, deprived her of her inheritance, and even hired people to go and harass her in the street. Which is really rubbing salt into the wound. Like, we're not going to give you any money, but also we're going to spend money on being a dick to you.
Right. Oh, what's this ad in the paper? Wanted full-time harasser of widow. Well.
Yeah, but it was probably a very popular ad. Well, I think they may
where can I find this widow? Well, she's a nurse at the hospital, so you can probably find her there. So just while she's nursing, feel free to just go in there and be like, "Hey, lady, you suck." Just like, make it your own. Just figure out what you want to do.
Yeah, I think the people that they sent were their servants, so they probably didn't really have a choice in the matter.
So let me ask you this: would it be better to be a servant at the house of Bear and Silly, where you couldn't you couldn't be silly at all? Number one, you couldn't, have any kind of extraneous conversation, and you couldn't play any games of chance. Mm-hmm. Or would it be better to be a servant at the other house, where in addition to normal servant duties, you have to go out every once in a while and harass a woman who's lost her husband and has devoted her life to charity?
I think I don't know which I'd choose, but I'd probably be the first one because, as comedians, we'd obviously be like, oh, the House of Silly. Yes, that's where we'll work. But I think what this is proving is that the real saints in this story are actually the working classes again. The people who are downtrodden by the aristocracy.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, it's the real saints are
the people whose stories aren't told, like the psychological struggles of the person who just needed to put food on the table and therefore had to go off to work and go off to the hospital to yell at Jane.
Yeah, or was just like, I just want a job, and maybe while we're in the kitchen working, we can just have
maybe exchange pleasantries.
Yeah, just kind of chat about our days, so that I'm just not going mad peeling potatoes all day every day. Never in total silence.
Yeah. I mean, they could probably pray while they were doing it. So that's something, make it less frivolous by just appending it with "Dear God" and then just having normal conversations, maybe.
Just have a normal conversation, but at the end of it, put like an import, like a fact. Then it's not.
It's going to rain outside. Amen to that. And then it's the problem solved.
Well, it's like, how was your day? By the way, the capital of Bulgaria. I shouldn't have started that sentence. I don't know what the capital of Bulgaria is.
Why did you choose a country where you knew the capital?
I don't know. I don't know why I did that. Yeah, it was dumb. But
also, we could just re-record this bit and pretend that you chose one that you knew, but I don't think we should do that. I think
it's like, how was your day? By the way, the capital of Turkey is Ankara. And then that way it's not frivolous conversation because you learned something at the end.
Is it? Okay. Well, you said it with confidence.
I think it is. I don't know. It's not Islam.
Is it not? Okay.
No, it's some other.
Fair enough.
Okay, Google. I should probably just type this in. What's the capital of Turkey?
Ankara is the capital of Turkey.
Oh, very good.
See? All right.
In our house, Google has a man's voice because we don't like to have any other women be doing what we say. We're a feminist household.
It's because my phone, Google still thinks I'm in America. My account is an American account. I don't know if you noticed that, but my phone had an American accent.
Yeah.
Whereas yours probably has a British accent. And I think the voice is so I think it's that Britain doesn't listen to women as a nation.
What? But I see what you mean. Yeah. Ours was more we didn't want to, be giving women instructions like that. So it'd be good to have a male servant.
All right. So what were we talking about? So she became a nurse.
She had horrible in-laws, became a nurse. So she lost everything she had in terms of her fortune and her wealth. So she first went to seek shelter at the home of an old servant from her house. But the servant, after a while, realised that she was now poor and was therefore mean to her and treated her with harshness. So she left the servant and went to live at her mother's house for a while, but then had to leave because her mother started trying to pressure her into finding another husband, which is just like classic when you're a widow, you go to live with your mum and she just tries to fix you up again.
Can I say that the previous servant, right? So to show up at your servant's house, right? And be like, hey, can you used to work for me?
Yeah.
in this basically feudal system. I
pretty
need
audacious.
you to continue to put me up now.
But, you know, I guess the implication was she was a good mistress, right? Like, you know,
I guess.
lots of charity and stuff. So, yeah, other than ensuring that they couldn't have any fun, I guess that wouldn't make her such a good employer.
I mean, I think that's the thing, is like the enforced piety is like makes you not a good
that's
employer.
fair. It's more like a cult than a job then, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, it's like employers in America who are like, I'm going to use my religious belief to deny you basic healthcare privileges.
Yes.
And it's like, but I don't share those religious beliefs. And it's like, well, too bad. You want your paycheck or not? Like,
I
right.
guess as well, like maybe the servant was like, if I'm nice to this lady, I will get ahead. And then it's like, oh, actually, there's nothing to be gained from...
Yeah, wait, why did the servant think that she was staying with her if she thought she had money? Like, what was it? She's like,
why would you want to? Yeah.
Yeah, like, why would she... Like, oh, okay, well, you can sleep in this hayloft. That's also my bedroom and my 17 children's bedroom. Like, it's like, like, why would... Yeah, I don't know. Whatever, forget it.
Well, no,
So
or maybe Jane was like, hey, I thought we could hang out for a bit, you know, made it seem like she was visiting and like it was a big honor. And then it slowly became clear that, like, you know, she was just there because she didn't have any money anymore.
Or anywhere else to go. Okay, so her mother...
Yes, she went to stay with her mum, but then she tried to set her up with someone else and she couldn't live with her because, you know what mums are like.
The Duke of Wacky. All right.
Exactly. Just a line of suitors, each more ridiculous than the last.
Yeah, from the French royal clown court.
Oh dear. So
and then a carriage pulls up and like 80 clowns get out.
But how did they even get in there? Love it. So basically in other accounts, rather than it all being taken away from her, i.e. by her mean parents-in-law, it just implied that she sold all her stuff to give away to the poor anyway. So in one, there was more of a choice.
Right.
Which I guess is, in a way, more saintly to choose a more impoverished life. But either way, she fell into complete homeless poverty, praying by day and sleeping with dogs by night. That's what it says.
By day, prayer. By night, dog sleeper.
I think the implication would be sharing the warmth with the dogs rather than, you know.
I know what it means. I had a friend who she worked at like a dog daycare, basically. But they would also board the dog overnight if you needed to.
So day and night care.
Yeah. So, but like they would also like if you needed to take your dog there for the day while you're at work, you could do that. But yeah, but she worked, and then her job was to stay there at night. And keep an eye on the dogs.
So she was a dog sleeper.
Yeah, so she was a dog sleeper, and she's like, it was kind of a great dog, or kind of a great dog. It was kind of a great job because I would just like lay on this couch all night, and then a bunch of dogs would come and lay with me on the couch, and just like a big literal dog pile. And I was like, that sounds like
that's a pretty good job.
Ever. Yeah.
So what you're saying is actually this isn't part of Jane's sad story. This is possibly the highlight.
I'm saying that if I had a choice between sleeping in a house with my loving wife and my child and sleeping on a street, but I get to sleep in a pile of dogs,
you'd have difficulty choosing.
It's a tough call. It's a tough call. And I'm feeling like Pile of Dogs is winning in a surprising, not 100% of the time, but like a surprising amount of time. Pile of Dogs is winning.
The thing is, eventually your child will be able to like look after himself, whereas the dog is always going to need you to pick up his shit. So,
well, no, not if you're living outside.
Well, I guess so.
Yeah.
I guess they don't shit where they sleep.
The
so.
fear is that the dog would eat you, or something. The dog would eat you.
Yes, which
I don't know.
Your son will never do, probably.
Yeah, probably not. Oh God, I hope not.
We've given you a new fear.
Okay, so she was poor. She lived on the street.
Yeah, and then she had a vision from Saint Evasian, who told her that she should live in the world in a spirit of faith. And so she became a member of the Third Order of St. Francis, as in a Franciscan monk. or
Right.
nun rather, and in 1388 she moved into a small room at a church in Tours in France.
So she becomes a nun. Wait, did she become a nun?
Yeah.
Or she joins the order? Okay.
Well, yeah,
And then
that's the same thing.
Who's Saint Evasian?
I could not
Is he
find
the
any more
patron saint
information.
of evasion? Evading things?
That would be very convenient, wouldn't it? No, sadly, that information he's not linked from this account, but I'll see if he's got his own.
Nah, don't worry about it.
It might be good to have some facts in here.
Nah,
You never know.
I like the made up stories that we make up. I think those are
That's what people come here for, I think, not the history.
So she got a job in this church.
Yeah.
And then they gave her a room to live in.
Yes.
She's a nun. That's the job she got, was nun.
Yeah,
So
and she was well qualified, by having
Right.
never, broken her chastity.
Right. Number one, she's a lady.
Yeah.
That's really, they're
Important
really
in being
strict
a
on
nun.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, they really are. Not a lot of opportunities for men in the nunneries.
Yeah.
In fact, some would say there are none.
Oh.
And then number two, she's
She's a virgin.
she's a virgin. Yeah, she's got
She's a
that
virgin.
piety thing
But
going on.
also she, did a lot of charity, mainly for Gary, but also for others.
Yeah.
And she had prayed a lot and stuff. But yeah, when she joined this Franciscan order, she went out to nurse the sick and the poor. She advocated for prisoners to be freed and for condemned people to be spared from death. And the remaining time she spent in prayer. So pretty good person, I'd say.
That's what I like when nuns are out there fighting for social justice.
Yes, rather than just praying all the time.
Yeah, rather than just being jerks. Or
Yeah.
whatever. And you find that, I feel like especially within America, I felt like you found that like orders of nuns were often much more forefront with like positive social messaging and fighting for different social. So not every sect of nuns and not every nun, but like you'd often hear stories about nuns who were like in Tennessee, there were nuns that were famously arrested for protesting nuclear testing in Tennessee.
Yeah.
Things like that.
Yeah. Yes.
So
This seemed like a good social justice nunnery.
good for Jane.
So her humility and holiness attracted visitors to the what would it be, to the church, and many of whom she helped convert. So she attracted people to the church who weren't even religious, and she converted them, and apparently did some healing miracles. But there are no details of what those were.
Oh. But really, the conversions were really the important thing. It's like, wait, but she did real magic. Or, no, but the conversion.
Well, maybe the
That's what I really
conversions
want you to
were
focus
what converted. Maybe the miracles were what convinced people that she.
Yeah,
was...
but then you would say that, like, I don't know, and also like.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
This is like a thing that we came across on another saint. I forget who, but it was just like somebody converted to Christianity after seeing like concrete evidence that God existed, like a miraculous action that had no other explanation other than divine intervention. And I'm just like, well, that doesn't seem as impressive.
No, yeah. But was it the guy who was it Abba who like calmed the storm?
Yeah, it was Abba who saw like he saw his behavior corrected by God, and then he was just like, well, I'm into this, and it's like, well, but you okay?
And because the guy had said, if you change your mind.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, that ship has sailed.
Oh.
But so people would come, if people weren't religious, why were they coming to see her? They were just like, we heard this is like crazy religious lady. You want to go check it out?
Yeah, maybe.
Like, yeah.
I mean, she was very like holy. Like she might have just been very nice,
I guess so, yeah. I mean, I guess in the 15th century, it's the 1400s, the 15th century.
Yeah.
Most people are probably jerks. So you're like,
statistically,
that two towns over, there's a nice lady.
Yeah. And
we go
she
see her?
used to be called the Baroness of Silly.
Yeah.
Maybe her name also helped.
Guys, this is the Baroness of Silly. And he's dead, but
he left a widow.
I got a line on the Baroness of Silly, and I bet she's real crazy.
She has many dog friends.
Yeah.
So that could have been it as well. The silly dog lady. What?
Only. I like to think she's knitting a lot of sweaters for them, giving them outfits.
Would she be making the dogs look silly?
She would also be making dogs, of course. I mean, that's the thing. She's just making them sweaters and things, which always makes a dog look kind of silly.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good point. So yeah, she was basically found her calling, I guess. Had a generally good time in the church. Although at one point, apparently this is not my phrase, mad woman went to the church that she was serving at and threw a rock at her, and it injured her back.
Oh.
Jane's back. She recovered, but the scar never fully healed in the rest of the time. So she was having quite a good time, but obviously
Wait, so what happened to the mad? I don't understand this. Wait, so a crazy lady shows up, right?
Throws a rock at her.
She's mentally unstable, so maybe there's no reason for it other than her own, whatever war is going on in her own brain.
Yeah.
And then she just kind of just peace out. I just came here to throw the rock at the nice lady.
And I'm all out of rocks. Yeah. Yeah.
I came here to chew bubblegum and throw rocks, and I'm all out of rocks. So I'll be leaving with my bubblegum now. Well.
That was just an episode that was in these accounts that I found and has no further explanation.
All right. Wait, does the scar come back at all? And why did the scar heal? Because she can heal other people, but not her own.
Oh, yeah. That's a good point.
Oozing back wound? Why? Did she try sleeping on her front for a little while? Let it breathe.
Well, clearly, with the over-reliance on healing miracles. I mean, maybe that just proves that they were just kind of trickery rather than actually, she could heal others, but not herself.
I think she could heal, but she just kept picking at it. And
that must have been it.
Yeah, I think it's just she just couldn't stop picking at it.
When she was younger, it said she wanted to do mortification and stuff. So maybe she just thought, if I have a scar, I'll be more devout.
Yeah.
Potentially. So apparently one of the sort of preoccupations of her prayer was that the church would be reunited, because at that point there were two popes, one in Italy and one in France. And even saintly people didn't know which was the rightful head of the church, which resulted in lots of scandals. So, yeah, apparently one of the things that she prayed for a lot was for the church to be reunified. And it was just before she died at the age of 82 in 1414.
Oh, was when she died. That was the end?
Yeah. But she got her life's wish, apparently, which was for the church to go back under one guy instead of two.
Yeah.
Obviously, Guy.
Yeah. No. I need one man to run this thing. It's just too much to ask for two men to run it.
For two, exactly. We need it less democratic.
What if they got more popes? They have a council of popes.
A council of popes. And maybe one of them could be a lady.
A lady pope? Shut your fucking mouth. That's horrible blasphemy. That's some frivolous conversation right there.
Oh, God. You're right. What if one of them was a dog? Would that be... if it was a boy dog?
Yeah, it's a boy dog. Obviously a boy dog. Come on. I mean, I think a lot of people wouldn't be on board at first, but then when they saw a dog in a pope hat, they'd be like...
That's true. That should be... I think this podcast needs a new logo, and I think it should be a dog in a pope hat.
Dog in a pope hat. If anybody's listening and they can do Photoshop and can put dog in a pope hat or a nice drawing of a dog in a pope hat, please send it to ain'tmisbehavin@gmail.com. There is no G in behavin', but there is a G in email, and that's all one word.
I love that this has become your slogan, despite the fact that it gains nothing. Yes, so Jeanne-Marie died in 1414 at the age of 82. And apparently when her remains, which were still clothed in the habit of her order, were brought to the church, her body appeared to have the freshness of youth. So that's kind of weird, kind of saintly. What? So as in she died aged 82, but her corpse looked like a younger woman. Yeah.
Like a young woman.
Which in those days means terrible.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I was like...
the freshnness of you, as in she wasn't very wrinkly, I guess. Okay.
Oh, I don't know. People are she smells like it. What, 15, 17? What does that smell?
No.
Hey, guys, get in here, get a whiff of this corpse. I bet she smells young, right?
Oh. No, it was... I think
that's
you misheard.
Where
the body
that's where the song
to have the freshness of youth.
Appeared to have.
Yeah,
okay.
So it was her appearance was younger than she was, basically.
Oh, okay, so she died, and then it turned out she was just a young woman in old lady makeup.
Yeah. exactly. Yeah, so she died in 1414, but she wasn't approved, like beatified, until 1871 by Pope Pius IX.
Okay.
So
then
if
she
it was
just
that
gotta wait.
long until she, was beatified, then it's going to be another 200-ish,
300 years.
300 years before she's canonized.
Before she's canonized. Okay, so at least we have a timeline.
Yeah.
Right. So
maybe we should start a campaign to like
get
speed
it
it
cut
up.
down to like just a century.
Yeah. Maybe in our lifetimes. Maybe in Tavish's lifetime.
Yeah.
That could be his life's work.
I hope it's better than that. I don't know.
I mean, if you were going to campaign for a saint to be recognised, you'd be the guy that was campaigning for Don Bosco to be the patron saint of magicians, wouldn't you?
Yeah. Well, no, that's already been done. But we need...
Well, yeah.
I don't know. We have our list of at the end of the year, we'll just mail the whole list to the Vatican. And, and we'll say, like, and can you make this lady a saint? Because she's long overdue. But so got a couple centuries to wait for her to become a saint. But what? So and she had healing miracles. Do you have any details on those miracles?
Sadly, not.
Okay.
Just that she healed people. Yeah, I think being an old corpse looking like a young corpse could potentially be counted as a miracle.
Yeah, I mean,
and
that's
she had that. Sorry.
What's the thing? Incorruptibility.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That kind of thing.
Yeah.
Dorian Gray. Also,
no.
the vision that she had. I guess that was kind of miracle-y. But
wait, do you think she was like the picture of Dorian Gray, that there was somebody out there who, like, she was getting older, but then somebody else was staying the same age?
It was her servant who turned her down. Maybe.
Or somewhere there's a picture. She was getting older, and somewhere there's a picture of her young that isn't aging, which is what normal pictures do. So never mind. No, it's not.
I mean, to be fair, if there was a photograph of her in that time, that would be pretty weird.
Yeah.
So yeah. No miracles, and I don't know anything about her relics, sadly. Really. But she does have patronages.
If she's incorruptible, don't they usually put those people in a glass box so people can see them not rotting?
Yeah, sadly, there's no information about what's happened to her since. Oh, she was buried. So yeah.
So we should dig that up.
Oh God.
We should start a petition to dig her up.
No. Let's not.
Here's what I'm saying.
Oh God.
I mean, this isn't weird. I don't know why you're making this weird. We should dig her up because she's probably not rotted at all, and people should see that.
Okay. She probably has rotted though.
But not if she's incorruptible. Don't you understand how this concept works? Anyways, don't worry about it.
I won't. Okay. So, can you guess what her patronages are?
Is she the patron saint of silliness?
She should be, but no. But also no, because she was anti-silliness, really.
Oh yeah. Is she the patron saint of seriousness?
No.
Oh, okay.
Kind of. Well, it's close. So she is. Sorry.
Well, okay. Let me do my joke guesses first.
Yeah.
Is she the patron saint of weird, restrictive clauses on your employees?
The patron saint of exploitative employers, yeah.
Yeah, and the patron saint of getting your employees to bully people, of professional bullies.
But she didn't do that.
But yeah, well, okay. Is she the patron saint against being bullied?
She is a patron saint of abuse victims.
Oh,
so that's
nice.
Kind of close.
Yeah. What are her patronages then?
Abuse victims, in-law problems.
Okay.
Which is fair.
That sounds about right. Yeah. It's like
against in-law problems and against the death of parents, because I guess that didn't go so well for her.
Because her dad
died. Yeah. Never says what happened to her mum, weirdly. I mean, I guess she died as well.
Yeah.
But
without a husband, she became irrelevant and
and
was
just
eaten by
obsessed
dogs.
with the idea of Jane getting married, I guess. So screw her.
So what are you gonna do?
Yeah. Exiles, I guess, because her parents-in-law, like, they confiscated her inheritance, so I guess that was kind of like exiling her.
Oh, I guess so. Yeah.
People ridiculed for their piety, which is
there was another lady who was ridiculed for her piety.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people were probably ridiculed for their piety.
No, Matilda, the last episode, that was her patronage too.
I'm sorry that I found two similar patrons. Okay.
No, I'm not angry at you.
Well, thank you.
I'm angry. Thank you. No, I'm not. Let me finish.
I'm not mad at you. Just disappointed. Yeah. Okay.
I'm not angry at you about this.
Fair.
I'm angry at the Vatican for this because it's like, hey man, quit making double work.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it's either a reflection on either they feel like this is a problem that they need all hands on deck, so they need more people.
Yes, that's probably true.
Or it's a reflection on one of them as like not being. I think it's a reflection on Saint Matilda because it's like you're not getting enough. There are too many people being ridiculed for their piety.
I see. So she wasn't an effective enough patron.
Yeah, you're not doing the work, and so we need to get another patron saint. We need to get another saint. I mean, it's like kind of like they hired somebody part time or like an intern, an unpaid intern.
It's a job share.
She's not a saint.
Yeah,
but we need you to help.
Yeah, that's
over
true. Actually, yes. Okay, I see. Your anger is justified then.
Yeah.
For standing up for Jane.
Yeah, a lot of poor work practices.
Yeah,
in this episode.
yeah. Well, okay, let's take that out then. She's not a patron of people ridiculed for their piety. She's a patron of dog sitters.
Wait, is she?
No, but that would be better.
She should be. Yeah, she should be the patron saint of dog sitters. That'd be great.
She's also stray dogs. Yeah, she's also the patron saint of widows, apparently.
Oh, okay.
But I feel like, well, she's not a saint, so there must be another patron saint of widows. But widows is one of her patronages.
She's a patron of widows. So yeah, so it's like, so you would. How does?
I think
does the process differ?
All these things have other patrons as well.
Probably.
So if you're not quite a saint, you get patron shares.
Mm.
A bit like how if you subscribe to our Patreon, you get rewards. I thought that was quite smooth.
Yes, we're all impressed.
I think that segue was just so good that people actually will subscribe.
They will subscribe to the thing. Our March episode. I haven't figured out what our March episode is yet, but our February episode was about Ragnarok, and it was really fun.
It was.
So do you think that you would ever? Do you still pray to?
Do Jane? I still pray? No.
Does one still pray to Jane? Mary.
I guess they would if they had all the same issues.
Yeah.
If they were being ridiculed for their piety, but they were done with Matilda. I don't know.
Yeah.
I guess the place in France where she was from, Maille, maybe there, or Saint Quentin.
Is she like she's the person you would pray to in France if you're ridiculed for your piety, but if you're in Germany,
yes, you go for Matilda. That's probably it.
Matilda,
yeah,
because she doesn't Matilda doesn't understand the French insult. And vice versa.
Yes.
And Jane doesn't understand the German insult,
Yeah.
So
and also, because holy figures recognize national boundaries.
Exactly.
Because they are objectively true and not just bullshit.
Yeah, and even though that Matilda lived in West Francia or West Francia, which was not
East Francia, wasn't
East Francia, yeah, which is a country that doesn't exist.
Yes, not at all proving that borders are dumb.
Yeah. Again, once again, this is the official position of this podcast.
Yeah.
Borders are stupid. Do you think you'd ever have Jeanne-Marie intercede for you?
I have a pretty good relationship with my in-laws, so...
Oh, that's good.
I guess...
Does Danny know about your in-laws since you're not married?
Okay, fine. My honorary in-laws. They just brought us a load of white goods. I mean, I think
nice.
If that's if that's not a sign of we're in it together now for the long haul, then I don't know what is, to be honest.
Yeah. Here's a bunch of sheets, you whore.
Do you not know what white goods are?
Wait, what are white goods?
This is like washing machine and tumble dryer and a dishwasher.
Oh, those are called white goods?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant like linen.
No.
Well, I don't take back calling you a whore. Anyway.
I would never expect you to. That's totally fair.
Do you have a dryer now?
Yeah. Well, because we're not allowed to hang up laundry on our balcony.
Oh, yeah.
So we kind of had to get one. But yeah, that's a fun fact about me.
Nice.
So
moving up in the world. Listen, once you go dryer, you never go back because you'll be like, oh, these towels are so
soft. Well, the thing is, in our old flat we had a washer dryer, but it was because it's a washer dryer. They're way less reliable, they're more expensive, and they're less efficient. Mm-hmm. This podcast, that's the stance of this podcast, is anti tumble dryers as well. No, anti washer dryers. Sorry,
anti washer dryers.
I wonder if there's a patron of that. We should look it up. Yeah, so I guess. Yeah, it doesn't really apply to me. I guess, like, I would not be exiled because I believe that borders are dumb. So
You might be exiled just because you think.
Well, yeah, but then I wouldn't self-identify as an exile.
Oh yeah, you'd just be like, I live in a department.
Yeah, the planet, and yeah, couldn't be a widow because, as you've pointed out, not married. So
now you seem mad that I pointed that
out. Well, you know, Matthew, I think it wasn't very progressive of you. I don't think it was very progressive of you to call me up on that. Really?
What? Sorry, it's a legal term. It's got law.
Yeah. Okay. Yes, I see what you mean. But like, I mean, does your in-law, like, do they actually have any, like, by being your in-laws, is that actually anything? Do you know what I mean? Like, do they have any privileges? Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what privileges it gets anybody. So certainly having me in your family conveys zero privilege.
I would say the opposite. Yeah.
Yeah. So there's, I mean, certainly, I think, getting me grafted onto your family through a sham marriage. Did I say sham marriage? A loving marriage.
This is being broadcast. You can't even joke about that. Like, you are, you're here by the grace of Her Majesty's government, and you should not jeopardize that.
Well, hopefully nobody from the Home Office listens to this, and if you do, you're doing a great job. Please don't look into
bullshit.
Me.
Fuck you, the Home Office. Fuck you.
No. That is the official position of Anna, but not of this podcast. That is the views expressed by Anna are not necessarily those of St. Misbehavin' or its parent company, QD Comedy Lab. So, Anna, thanks so much for doing
I'm being
all that great work.
This is you're officially letting me go.
Yeah, and tune in next week when I'll have a different researcher.
And then I will have been promoted to friend. I get it.
There's no room in this organization for you to move up into a role like that.
Oh.
So.
Okay, well, I guess I better leave.
But thanks, Anna, so much for all your
didn't
great
sound
work.
sarcastic.
Okay, fine.
You're welcome.
Anna, thank you so much for all your research. It was really great.
Thank you for having me and for all your jokes, and have a blessed day.
Yeah. Bye, everybody.
Bye.